hackers, and hello you archaeologists. I'm the Johnstruct. Welcome to the proximity. I'm about to begin a Resident Evil 5 adventure. I previously streamed Resident Evil 1, 2 Nemesis, Code Veronica 4 and 3. I said that in a weird order. And I tried out 0. I played 0. In fact, I wasn't originally planning on playing through the entire of Code Veronica. I did a stream like this, where I tested it out, but I wasn't fully committed to completing it, and that's going to be true for this game as well. I don't know if I'm going to play this game to completion. I don't know if I'm going to play it more than this one stream, but I'm certainly going to give it a go. Doesn't have the greatest of reputations. But I own the game. And I thought it'd be nice to dip in to Resident Evil 5. Wish we had some noise. We don't. So I've got this thing called the Fights and Frights playlist. When I started streaming, well, like a year into streaming, I wanted a sort of gimmick. And one of the gimmicks I decided upon was I was going to go through every single year, starting from 1996, and play a fighty game or a frighty game. There's a sort of, there's a relationship between them, and that is a sort of Capcom-y thing, right? But you can see I played Resident Evil 1 there and 2, but you might be curious as to where 3 and 4 is. And the answer is I played different things on those years, but I did play those games as well. I need to have like another screen with the caveats on. But I don't. Anyway, let's jump on it. Yeah, I love that they say their names. So the other reason that I've dived into this, we have some sound, is that I've actually finished Devil May Cry 4, putting us in 2008, which I thought was close enough, you know, to when this was released, which I think is 2009. And this is not a Thursday, it's a Sunday. So it's not going on my Fights and Frights list. Silent Hill Shattered Memories is taking up that slot. I think it was either that or Bayonetta. And I'm going to be playing Bayonetta as well. But again, I wanted to give it a go. I do have to go back and play Separate Ways for the original Resident Evil 4. So, obviously, I know that this is a multiplayer game. Okay, I do want to say some stuff. So far, the only Resident Evil game that I've abandoned is 0. I played an hour of that, I got to the first boss, it killed me, and I went, I don't want to play anymore, and I didn't play anymore. But again, I went in there knowing that was probably going to happen, and it might happen with this as well. Because it's designed to be played with 2 people, right? But Resident Evil Code Veronica. So I liked 3. 3 is it Resident Evil 3 Nemesis? Yeah, so I played Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, Resident Evil Code Veronica, which is the real Resident Evil 3, and some of 0, like an hour of 0. Growing up, I had access to these games. My brother... I tell this story in all the games, but I'll say it again here. When I was like 15, my brother lent me his PlayStation, my older brother, but he took his memory card with him. And every day I ended up playing Final Fantasy VII and dying like 12 hours in. And it's one time I got past this boss called Lost Number, which takes like 16 hours to get to. I had to keep the PlayStation on all night, and he came home the next day and he turned it off, angry at me that I'd left his PlayStation on all this time because it was going to burn out. And it was like, you should have just played Resident Evil. And I just wasn't interested. I didn't play Resident Evil until like a few years. The pandemic, I think I played it. I made this thing called the Dronicles, when I played through the original game as Chris. But when I replayed it on stream, I played the new edition of the game, and I played it as Jill. Because, you know, there's no reason to not play the remake instead of the original. All the other remakes are different because they're like actual remakes, if that makes any sense. They did add features, but they're too radical to not do both. And it's nice getting in before they remake the game. Like, they've just announced Okami 2, and like I finished Okami 1 recently because it's on this playlist, isn't it? And I was well happy with that because I'd be like, I've done my work. And I like doing the work. What the fuck is bonus features? What's the... Oh, it's... Oh, there you go. It's free, so... We have special settings. So I believe I'm going in with an AI partner. Damn, obviously not unlocked anything. This is kind of how... Oh yeah, so... Sorry, I'm going to have to do my review of all the games. I really like Resident Evil 1. My review of it is as follows. Just from the when I played as Chris, I saved scum my way through it. Obviously, with Jill, they're a bit kinder when it comes to ammo and backspace and stuff. And from 2 onwards, they're like really generous with save points. But it's a puzzle box. You're presented with this house, and you've got to figure out all these routes. And it's all to do with keys, right? You find a key, you unlock a door over there. But sometimes the key isn't a key. Sometimes the key is some bullets that will get you past that particular zombie. Sometimes a key is realizing that those 3 zombies can be avoided if you just walk around the edge of the room. Sometimes a key is just taking a little bit of damage and running past the zombie, right? And like, it's this puzzle box of doing everything in the most efficient order so you still have enough ammo. So in that way, it's kind of scary. You have this sort of item management game and you never have enough, and it's all gonna escalate the worse you do, and then halfway through the game it sort of makes a smaller it gets a bit linear and has a sort of smaller version of this but with better items, and obviously silly as fuck spooky house storyline turns into silly as fuck conspiracy storyline, and that's 1. I think one's really good. 2 is simultaneously better on all fronts. You move faster. The knife is still completely fucking useless in that game. They're more generous with weapons and ammo, and you get to see more. But the police station is not, and the world is bigger and open, and you get to shoot more. But I like 1 more, even though I think 2 is better, if that makes any sense. Just because of that classic setting, and it's just a bit harder, and it's a harder game to play. But like, you can see how all the improvements were needed. I wouldn't have wanted to play another Resident Evil 1. Resident Evil 3 Nemesis is sort of that again, to the point that it's shorter, it feels more like an action game. Not really, but I can see why people see that, especially with the weapons system. I did play Dino Crisis. Is it on the list? It is on the list, you can see. So I put that there instead of Resident Evil Nemesis, I think. Or it might have been one of the other ones. But I very much enjoyed that game. You can sort of see where they hit like a wall with the combat system, right? Like, they wanted it to be more actiony, and with Dino Crisis it's 3D, but if you look at the graphics, it's really fucking boring, the 3D graphics, and that it's all grey walls and shit. And the same is for Code Veronica, it's a bit dull. But both of those games have the turn on the spot. Code Veronica, you need the turn on the spot. Code Veronica is the first one where I was just like, I don't like this storyline anymore. With Nemesis, it's sort of focused in on Jill and Nemesis, and because there was not and because the city was this big backdrop, there was a lot more running around and less more like doing this puzzle box, and more like you're in a central hub and running the area. Code Veronica plays more like the earlier ones, and you can see it's the end of tank controls. No, Code Veronica is the first one that actually has good boss fights, which it seems. But but all the other parts of the game are kind of annoying because it cuts the game into half, and you've got to go over certain areas. Like, there's decisions in that game where you're like, well, how was I supposed to fucking know about that? Like, I guess what I'm getting at and why I bring this entire story up is Resident Evil 4 doesn't make sense decision-wise unless you've played Code Veronica, because you can see, right, no, the survival horror and the action systems just don't work anymore. And we've tried, like, to put it in that game has pushed it to the very limit. You can't do any more actiony stuff with these weird... So 4 has all these wondrous ideas. Okay, there's this bit in Resident Evil 4 where it all makes sense. You're in this house and now there's loads of zombies coming at you, and now it's all about bullet management. And suddenly I'm at Resident Evil 1 again. I'm like, oh, this is genius. You've managed to make this series scary again just by making it an action game. It worked. Your plan worked. But I will say, by the end of Resident Evil 4, I ended up missing survival horror. That does not bode well for 5 and 6. I appreciate that. And I always knew going in, these are probably not the ones for me. But to the point that the reason I haven't played E01 Separate Ways yet is that I'm sort of a bit done. I was like, by the end of the final chapters. Also, just the spooky village. Same twist, by the way, as 1. Oh, it's not really a spooky village. It's a spooky science project. Apart from there's a wizard in Resident Evil 4, which is sort of incongruent to the entire vibe. Obviously, there's the depiction of Africa in this game. I won't talk about that. Others more qualified than me have spoken about that. But to the point where there's always like, do I really want to play this game? I'll give it a go. It's fine. I'm grown up. It's fine. Let's dive on in. This is my point is, we've been going on this journey. I need to at least check this out, and this is what this is. We'll do a chapter or two. Well, it depends how long it takes. But this might be the only stream. So let's dive on it. Well, I'm not continuing. I'm just starting, but sure. Why is there not a new... I just installed this game. Why is it not a new game? Maybe I did... Hang on. That's today. That's this time, or whatever. Must have made a... no. We're not playing online. Do not allow anyone to join your game. I'm sorry, I'm not playing with anyone. I don't want to. I have an upgrade button. What am I upgrading it with? Ah, money. So already I can sort of see how aggressively it's tied to... There are 2 of you. You're playing a multiplayer game. And the other... here's a thing I should have mentioned before. It's always been a theme of the Resident Evils that you're not alone in any of these apocalypses. Like the first game, there's a team of people. It's just when you play them, the simultaneous journeys are obviously not canon. They had to put somebody in a room for the entire game, and you know, Chris or Jill is just locked up in a cell, and we're not really sure how that happened. In the second game, obviously, canonically, both can happen now, just like A, B, or BA, and you can sort of see that evolution. Oh, we will. There's also the sort of Capcom. And coming from Devil May Cry, which have we've built places, but we want to use them as much as possible. And Resident Evil is a lot better than Devil May Cry for like getting away with using the same areas multiple times. I mean, Devil May Cry 4 only seems egregious because you're literally playing them backwards. They do it in all of them. There's a section in Devil May Cry 4 where you're teleporting around a map because that's just a particular gimmick, and it's just like, yeah, 1 did that as well at the end. They used all the rooms again. But, like, 4 is bigger than 1, so it just does it for one particular area. Anyway, we don't have any money. But, obviously Code Veronica does this obnoxious Chris swap where you just don't know when to swap. You can't prepare the items and stuff like that, and you didn't pick up that fucking lighter, so now you don't have it for the rest of the game. And it's like, well, I didn't know it was going to be set out like that. Like, that's a horrible solution. So, and Zero's solution where you switch to makes sense, but it's actually, I hate it. I've been told that there's a mod for that where you can just put things in a magic box again. And it might be worth me playing it with that, but honestly, that wasn't why I stopped. I stopped because the boss killed me and I was like, well, I can't fuck off. It just didn't feel good. Resident Evil bosses are kind of generally bad. Or they were until arguably the second half of Code Veronica. The final boss, the final 2 bosses, pretty good. Like, the lady does this thing where she goes, I'm going to do damage in that general direction, and you can maneuver away. And you're like, I've never been able to, like, plan before in a... I mean, I know, like, Snake, sometimes monsters go, like that. But I don't know. It had an aero effect that was more modern, like, sort of Diablo-esque type thing. Let's go. The 5th... Oh, no history for you.
Sheva, can you read me?
Chris here. Coming in loud and clear, Kirk.
Yes, we read you.
There's a black market weapons deal going down in Kijuju. That's where Irving will be.
Have I missed a scene?
Has already infiltrated the area, and you will be going in as backup. Rendezvous with your contact at the butcher's shop. You can gear up and get briefed on the mission there. Watch your backs.
Roger that.
Copy. Over and out.
Who's Sheva? Did I miss an introduction cutscene? How do I run? Oh, she seems to know where she's going. Fucking size of his arms. I know that's a meme, but like, I'd never seen it. Jesus. It's like Popeye. Can I have some context, please, game? Sheva, where are we going? Why can she run? Oh, I can run as well. I figured out the button. It's not the right way. Oh, the map.
Good, you're both here. Come.
I might have to get my asthma pump. Oswald.
You too. This way. But maybe because of the new government, the people around here are a little on edge. You should do what you came here to do and go home.
Yeah, they really roll out the red carpet for us Americans.
I have your weapons for you here. Check them. Grab your weapons. The operation's already started.
Oh, I already... Why is it... What the fuck?
This is Kirk. Chris, Sheva, can you read me?
Right. There's a cut here because I somehow missed this cutscene and was really confused about what the context was for everything. Not sure how that happened. I know bits and pieces about the plot to this. So, a part of me is like, who would wear high heels in a situation like this? And I am like, well, it's probably somebody I know, right?
Captain Deshant here. We secured the underground route to the coordinates.
Should have seen it coming. It didn't take long after the fall of the Umbrella Corporation for their bioweapons to end up in the hands of terrorists. A new era of bioterrorism descended upon vulnerable countries, shifting the balance of power throughout the region. People in the destabilized areas soon feared another incident like Raccoon City was inevitable. As panic spread, governments of the world turned to the Global Pharmaceutical Consortium, which formed the anti-terrorism unit BSAA. Operatives of the BSAA were sent to infiltrate and neutralize bioterrorist hotspots, restoring safety and stability to various regions around the globe.
Welcome to Africa. My name is Sheva Alama.
Chris Redfield.
And it's fucking Popeye arms.
You, Mr. Redfield. It's an honor.
Just Chris, thanks. So you'll be accompanied.
I'd been told about his arms, but I hadn't really
Tensions are running high ever since the change in government.
realised quite how big they were.
Says it's a haven for terrorists now.
An are not going to be happy to see an American.
He's 24-inch
Be it
pythons.
or not. That's why I'm your partner. Help put them at ease.
Well, I'm sure you'll do just fine. Partner.
Yes. I don't know if I'll get that far. Hello, Fruity Spruce.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I do know about the rock.
Let's go.
The rock is legendary.
Casualties continue to mount over the long years I've struggled. More and more, I find myself wondering if it's all worth fighting for. Maybe one day, I'll find out.
Hey, hey! Huyu mgeni anafanya nini hapa?
You don't have to get touchy. Let's go.
There is one thing I do know. I have a job to do, and I'm gonna see it through.
Oswald E. Spencer. He did something. We'll never know what, though. Right. This time I have context. Also, I know where the run button is.
This is Kirk. Chris, Sheva, can you read me?
Chris here.
Hello, birds.
Yes, we read you.
There's a black market weapons deal going down in Kijuju. That's where Irving will be. The Alpha team has already infiltrated the area, and you will be going in as backup.
What's in the bag?
Rendezvous with your contact at the butcher's shop. You can gear up and get briefed on the mission there. Watch your backs.
Roger that.
Copy. Over and out.
Oh, I've lost Sheva already. Yeah, his arms here. Yeah, so I can see where the setting made people uncomfortable. The Spanish village, what worked about it is that they were kind of out of time. You'd stepped back 200 years. You couldn't really be sure had they heard of any real technology. And that made it really creepy. This feels a little racist. The yellow filter's not helping. I'd be willing to give Capcom the benefit of the doubt on a lot of this, though. That they kind of didn't mean it.
Good, you're both here. Come.
Spencer, oh, it's...
This way. But maybe because of the new government, the people around here are a little on edge. You should do what you came here to do and go home.
Yeah, they really roll out the red carpet for us Americans.
I have your weapons for you here. Check them.
I think what makes it bad is because this feels more like a real location, they're also saying, but look how spooky and scary it is.
Already started.
And you're going, yeah, but this is like a real place. Because like all these like classic horror imagery, hanging hooks and meat and flies and stuff, you know. I guess I'm full.
Destination coordinates?
Town square's up ahead. Go through there. Alpha team's waiting at the deal location.
But yeah, I'm gonna need to go back and
Do you know
play separate ways.
Ouroboros?
Mostly just rumors. Something about visions of a doomsday project.
Doomsday sounds about right, and apparently it is no rumor.
You're kidding, right?
You must find a man named Irving. He is our only lead. And be careful out there.
Well, I hope I grabbed everything I needed.
Remember, we're a team. Whatever happens, we stick together.
Don't worry. I may not be as big as you, but I can still hold my own.
How do I stab?
Roger.
I like that it was called a conveniently placed crate. Okay. Why are there files back there? Control types. What did she just break? What did you break? You're just doing shit without me. When your life gauge is fully depleted due to tick damage, status will change to dying. If this status is displayed for your partner, you can revive them or him or her by pressing the B or nearby. You cannot revive yourself. Game will end if your partner is unable to assist you before time runs out, or if both of you and your partner didn't die and state at the same time. Look at those birds. Body's still warm, but why is this here? It's skulls. Yeah, and I want to see the evolution. That's why I want to play this game a little bit. It's animal carcass on the table. So is it for some ceremony? Writing is erratic. All outsiders will receive the blade of punishment. We will bless them with the sacred death. Release them from their bonds of wickedness.
Did you hear that? It came from that building.
Yeah, it's the vibe I'm getting. Spencer found. The arms are absurd. I'm gonna. It's almost worth it just to see what his arms look like in these scenes.
Are you okay?
They didn't move like any zombies I've ever seen.
Kata kata. Toko toko. No, Shiva, I need that. Oh, thanks.
We should keep moving. They'll find us soon. We need to get out of here. We need to get to that house. We'll have a better chance of fighting them from there.
Oh,
Come in, Kirk.
I guess that's the point of the
The
plank.
locals were hostile and we had to use force. We don't have any contingency plans for this situation, do we, Kirk?
Roger on the locals, but your orders still stand.
What does that mean? Was HQ expecting this?
Two people could kick the door in. Go team! And we all know that he could just... Thank you. He could have just punched the door. Yeah. Hello, ratty ratties. I cannot overstate how good the start of 4 is. It drops in quality, but like the start of 4 it's good enough for you to sort of forgive the later parts of 4 where it starts dragging a bit. Spencer found the pharmaceutical. Stop starting on the start, John. I won't lie, I just thought people were exaggerating about his arm. Like, I'd seen pictures, but I hadn't really looked.
You don't know what you're talking about! You can all go to hell!
Wait a minute. That's the...
I do like the hammer guy. I mean, it's just, you know, person from 4 again, but like... Like, aesthetically, Hammer Guy belongs to an entirely different game, but... Oh god, where am I going? Oh, she's gonna die, isn't she? What am I just doing this section? Can we get out? I'm gonna take the death because I'm not really sure what's going on. No, I just... I mean, I could just try and shoot my way out. No, I'm trying to reload.
Kirk, come in. The locals are hostile. The gate is sealed, and we're trapped. We need backup, and we need it right now.
Roger that. Just sit tight. I'm on my way.
You hear that, Sheva? Help's on the way.
Got it. Just hope he gets here quick.
There we go. Oh god. Okay. Let's not waste all our ammo fighting them this time. Ah. Did she just kick me? I want to get the grenade out. Like, there was a quick swap, I saw it, and I'm... Oops. Okay, no, she needs to not... I'll do that. I was thought if there was a please don't shoot me option.
Okay,
Ah! So I'm doing really bad at this, aren't I? Okay, fair enough. Sorry, yeah, I'm just really bad at remembering the controls. Where did you even come from? Okay. God. No, 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 no. Fuck. I didn't mean to quit. Fuck. Okay, actually, I'll turn that off. I hope this doesn't... Is this going to start me from... No, it hasn't, has it? Okay, that's fine. So I could do with a section to practice the controls, and, like, I can't. I guess I can now. No.
Come on!
Okay.
What's it? How do I get the knife out?
Come on!
Okay.
Okay, I'm glad I'm only back here. I've done it like 17 times. Why have I forgotten? Oh, there it is. Gun, knife. Gun, knife. Okay, sorry, I just need to internalize that. So a lot of the scenarios I could have just blatantly survived regardless, right? Just by being stubborn. Like, the game's gonna adjust. But I'm just being... I just want to get the rhythm down.
gate is sealed, and we're trapped. We need backup, and we need it right now.
Roger that. Just sit tight. I'm on my way.
Did you hear that, Sheva? Help's on the way.
Got it. Just hope he gets here quick.
Neckbreaker!
Are you okay?
Oh, I don't have a grenade.
There's just no end to them.
We've got to hold out till Kurt gets here.
I did not know he was that quick. That close. Oh, hang on. I know you. Fuck.
Sheva, how you holding up? I'll be there shortly. Just hang in there.
did I die? Alright. I obviously did awful there, but we'll go for a little bit longer. Huh. Yeah, I didn't even consider that. It felt like I did awful, but I guess that's sort of the point. How much money do I have?